Rana, and welcome back to FM Tahiti. Hope you're all well. We've got to the World Cup qualifying stage. This is more of an international episode. I'll show you what's been going on schedule-wise. It probably helps if I show you the schedule for the humpbacks. So I think the last game I recorded was the Cup quarter-final. We got knocked out by Taha. Then we drew with the Eels, who were in joint first or joint second, I guess, at that point. Managed to beat Papeete, beat Bora Bora, beat the Corallers, and now we've got a series of international matches as well as domestic matches. So actually, I'm meant to be playing the Wings away at the same time that we are playing the Tuamotun Islands. How are we playing them? Disney Island Stadium, so we're playing in Tuamotun. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do both. I don't know what the game's going to let me do, but I'm going to record the international matches. So we've got 3 international games. It's a lie. 2 international games, 3 teams. So we've got Tuamotun and Tahiti. Basically, if we want to get through to the next round, we've got to win both of them. If we beat Tuamotun by enough, then a draw against Tahiti will be okay. Basically, that's it. There's not many combinations really for us to look forward to in this qualifier. In Group B, you got Vanuatu, Bass Islands, and New Zealand. In terms of who we've got in the team, I wasn't able to call up too many extra people. We've still got people suspended, but apparently, when I did the selection, apparently they might be able to play the next game. So they should hopefully only be suspended for 1. And again, I'm not quite sure why they're suspended for this many, because when they got sent off, one got sent off for a straight red card against Yannin, I think. The other one got sent off for a double yellow. I thought that would have been 1-2 games max, and they've been out for a lot more than that. They're out for the entire Atoll Championship. The only reason why I think they might still be out is maybe the Atoll Championship's not being counted as a game of the same stature, so the ban doesn't count for that, or it's not expiring for this. So in terms of the squad, same formation as always. We've got Bar at front. The same kind of names of Girardet, Thomas, Jordan, Daniel and Miller, Laugier, Gross, Tisserand and Delmas, and Heim in nets. We could put Rue in net actually, because Rue's a bit better, but I just forgot. I think you can tell my heart's not fully behind Marquesa. I want to do well with them, just for the extra kind of props and reputation boost, and just also again for improving international football. That is terrible. That's a terrible finish as well. He had all the time he needed. Some poor defending there. Yeah, I want to do well for kind of my own career and do well to improve the international side of things. I'm not quite sure exactly how you improve the international scene. I know that having better reputation domestic clubs, having better facilities can help. I know that, or I think I know, I assume this is true, having a higher ranking as well helps improve the sort of quality of players coming through. I think that's true. If it's not, let me know, because I'm going to assume it is. But beyond that, I don't know what else. I imagine maybe some kind of success would help with sort of boosting the rankings and the reputation of the national side. I guess that would probably also help with getting people to declare for the team as well. Go on. Jordan tap in. As long as he's not called offside. Yeah, there we go. So, Sebastian Thomas from the free kick. That's probably our goal. That's us done. Oh, it wasn't direct from the free kick. And Jordan's probably one of the better players we've got on the team. Oh, good. No one else was going to do it. Bar's been playing a little bit more football for us domestically. Go on, Jordan. Oh, smacked against the post. Let's get this corner in, ready. Back out it goes. That's bad, he didn't have the pace. Oh, I mean, we're just lucky at the moment. We should be losing, I think. I think 2-1 would be a reasonable score considering the chances they've had. I don't think there's any changes I can make immediately. I'm just going to stick with this for the moment. Yeah, so one of the things I mentioned first half was getting players to declare for the team. I think most players are willing to play for the team, the nation they were kind of born in, for the most part. But we do get a few players who don't want to play for, Marquesa or Tahiti or whatever, because most of them have French as their second nationality, because it's French Polynesia, they've got a claim to French citizenship as well. So for a lot of them, they have that kind of competing nationality. And also because of that, I think the game limits you to having only 2 potential nationalities, your primary and your other nationality. So it also means that for a lot of the teams from Polynesia, go on, Thomas. That was nice. No one stopped him. They gave him the easiest ride possible, but he still had to finish it. I kind of just want us to keep ramping up the goals. Because the goal difference might become important. Yeah, so for example, I've got a few players from Tahiti in the Austral Islands, not Austral Islands, what I'm talking about, the Humpbacks side, which is based in the Austral Islands. And I think the residency, the way I've set it up for most of them is 3 years. Cumulative, 3 years cumulatively in that country, you can get nationality. But no one ever claims it because they're already kind of maxed out nationality-wise. They've already got that second nationality in there. So having better success internationally, better reputation internationally, clear that, should hopefully mean that they're more likely to clear for one of our sides rather than France. Let's bring on Aubrey. I don't think it'll become an issue until our players start to get attention from Bar, just before I've taken him off. Still going to take him off there. Rest him. He's got his international goal there. We'll rest him now. Yeah, so when our players start to get good enough, that European teams start picking up, then I think that's going to be more of a competition situation with France for them declaring. And at the moment, I think we've only really got, as far as I'm aware, we've only got 2 players who've gone outside of Oceania, and that's one player who went to Ibiza to play football. Is in like the Spanish lower divisions, and Paul Pons, who's now gone to Saudi Arabia. But that's about it, I think. Good win, 3-0 will do us, and I'm going to pause and then come back to record the second bit because I've got a domestic match. Maybe I'm just going to ring in for that one. Let the assistant manager deal with that one. I'll be back in a minute or two for the Tahiti game. And we are back for the Tahiti match. For some reason I was able to play my other match that was on the same day as the Tuamotun match. No issues there, even though there are several hundred miles at the very least between the 2 places. We'll ignore that. We'll go on and play this Tahiti game, and they've got their next match against Tuamotun afterwards. So basically, if we win, doesn't matter what Tahiti do. If we draw, then we want them to get less than 3 goals, or the equivalent, against Tuamotun. And if they win, then we need the Tuamotun Islands to beat them as well, which I don't think will happen. So basically, we need a reasonable result for this one. And yes, look, they're all back from suspension. Nope, he's not. That should be interesting. We'll leave them on the bench for the moment. Just because they'll be relatively fresh in comparison. We'll see how this goes. So I think I mentioned in one of the other videos, Gerard and Yanin have got a bit of a goal competition going on. Gerard's still the top goal scorer with like 88 or 89 or something now. But Yanin scored a couple more, so he's closing the gap. I don't think we're ever going to get a situation where, I don't know if you've read it on the forums, I think it was Nepenthes had, is it the Danny Roberts challenge where you get a player to score 1,000 goals or more in their career, including international goals, but not including friendly goals, I don't think. Oh no, not including friendly domestic goals, but including all international goals. I don't think Yanin and Jared are ever going to get quite there. Just because the domestic seasons aren't long enough. But they'll give it a good go. I mean, they've not got Yanin starting, they've got Jacket and Martin. Martin's good. He scored against us in the season, actually. They've got Andre playing. Pons. Andre's pretty deadly from that kind of range normally. Jacket, he's pretty good, isn't he? Got a good range of attributes there, there's a lot of green. Getting a lot of space. A lot of shots from outside the box, but the more they take, the more likely they are to get something. Thomas is going to have to come off at half time. Guerin or something like that. And as it stands, a 0-0 is okay. I mean, you've got to wait for the other result to know for definite what's going on, but better than the alternative. Right. So let's get... I'm going to make a double substitution. Guerin on the left and Tia Hutt behind, because Tia Hutt is pretty good, or it has been for us in the past. Giroday's not been bad. I think Hutt offers a little bit more when you look at his attributes. Okay, no, his attributes look terrible, don't they? Giroday's look better. So Giroday is the one, I think, who is playing in Spain. So I mentioned it before, he's one of the few players, or one of the two players as far as we know, who's escaped Oceania. Not that it's really escaping. I'm sure if I lived there I'd never leave. Gambier. Don't know who he thought that was going to. It's the kind of pass that makes you wonder whether how they played it. Oh, Gambier through. Oh, come on. We won't get many more chances like that. Yeah, the way he kind of passed, almost searching for the second striker, made me wonder if he's confused by the fact that domestically he plays in a pairing. Internationally he's up on his own. I don't think it makes that much difference. Not in Football Manager anyway. Right, let's bring on some fresh legs in field and bring on Jean-Francois Mugan for Pierre Daniel. That's us all done. Bass Islands beat Vanuatu. Let's clear it out. When in doubt, pass it back, I guess. Keep possession. Who it trying? Didn't have much option though. There's no pass on to the striker. Bar was isolated. No one else around him. Get hold of the ball. They put Dallowin on. Oh no. But it's hard to get too upset in the sense that they're probably edged it. And also it does mean we're definitely not getting through. Unless it is on results against teams. And it's between... Not even then it would make a difference, I guess. So I was just trying to work out all the permutations in my head. So even if it was results against teams, they've bettered us. But if Tuamotun beat them, then it'd be one of those kind of weird rock, paper, scissors things. Right, 1-0 is disappointing, but not unexpected. One of those days. Right. So, it must be goal difference then, because we're above. Yep, goal difference, goals scored, then results against teams. So we're okay, so long as Tuamotun win, but only by like a couple of goals. When are they playing? Soon. Right, I'll pause and then get forward to that match so we can find out in this episode. Welcome back. I may have got the wrong end of the stick with the international qualifying. I think as I was probably saying, if you're watching this, you're probably saying like, no, you're being stupid. There's more than just one game against each other, which I could have probably just checked by going to the rules, I guess. Number of teams, number of matches, 4. Play each other twice. That makes more sense, doesn't it? And then when you look down here at the fixtures, you see we've got a few more to come. So actually, no drama here. We've just got more games to play. And there's a reasonable chance that I will be playing them all. Once we've done the whole, what's the next set of fixtures? Next set of fixtures is in March. And I imagine I'm probably not going to be in charge of a team around March. Of like humpbacks anyway, so it could be that I move on internationally as well and let someone else have a go. I'll have to have a think about that one. I've got a while to decide. I don't have to decide until March, really. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, even though I've given you the false impression that this is some kind of dramatic 2-game group stage. Yeah, looking back on it would be ridiculous. But then I have seen some ridiculous qualifying stuff going on, so there we go. Right, see you all later. Thanks very much for watching.